So today we're making Viazi Karai, and as you can see, I'm using my Swahili jiko, my traditional Swahili jiko here. I've started out by making the Viazi Karai, which are fried potatoes. I've started out with my sufuria, and I put some water, and I'm boiling 3 potatoes right now. I'm just letting them start to boil for about 30 minutes until they become tender and soft. Not too soft, but just tender. So that's the first step. So right now my potatoes have been boiling for probably about 15 minutes. I'm gonna let them boil for another 15 minutes until they're tender. Okay, let's test and see if our viazis are ready. Let's see if they're tender. The knife goes in pretty easily, so that's a test of how tender they are. Alright, so now I'm starting to prepare my Viazi Karai. As you can see, I have 3 potatoes. They're very tender, and I've let them cool down. So I'm gonna peel those really quickly and cut them into small pieces. I have some flour here, and I have some yellow food coloring, a little bit of salt, and baking powder and chili. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the salt to the flour and the baking powder as well. And I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow food coloring. Then I'll mix with a little bit of water. You don't want to put too much water first, otherwise it could be too thin. And you want to get a consistency that is not too thin and not too thick. Alright, I think that's perfect. Got a nice yellow color there. I added a little bit too much of the coloring, but that's okay. So next I will go ahead and start to peel my potatoes. And I'm kind of tall, so I know you can't see me that clearly on the picture, but as long as you can see my hands, I'm peeling my potatoes, and the skin is really easy to come off since they're already tender and boiled. So just want to get the skin off. And I'm gonna go ahead and get my karai on the fire in a second. My karai is a Swahili type of wok or frying pan that you can do deep fry it in. Okay, let me clean my hands a little bit. Alright, so I want to get my karai on the fire so it can start getting hot. Alrighty. So we're gonna let that get hot. Yep. And while I prepare these potatoes, I just need to cut the potatoes into small pieces, and then I'll be dipping them inside of the batter. Alright, so there's no exact shape. You can cut them into whatever shape you want. So I don't like my viazi to be too big. So I'm gonna cut this in half. And they're a little bit soft because I boiled them a little bit too much time, but that's alright. Because in cooking there's you're never gonna have a perfect outcome, but whatever you do will end up being perfect, if that makes sense. And there's different ways to make Viazi Karai. If you notice that your potatoes are a little bit too soft, you can roll them into a ball with your seasoning of choice. I like to put chili powder, the red chili powder, salt. You can even squeeze some lemon juice. You can roll them into a ball, and then you put them inside the batter. So you can never go wrong. So it's about the size I'm gonna do. They're different sizes. Some are a little bit bigger, some are smaller, but you know, this is a nice size, and they're already tender, so they're gonna cook really quickly. And then all you do is just dip them inside of your batter here. You coat it really good. You know, you coat it really good, and then you put it inside the fire, inside of the oil, once the oil is hot, which mine is not that hot yet. So jina langu ni Shahid na mimi ni mpishi. Napenda kupika chakula mbali mbali. Mimi ni mpishi wa chakula nyingi, okay? Nimezaliwa hapa Amerikani, lakini babangu ni mtu wa Lamu, Kenya. Na mimi napenda chakula cha Kiswahili. Leo tunapika viazi karai, ndio hizi hapa natengeneza. Lugha inanishinda kidogo, ndio maana napenda kuongea Kizungu, lakini naweza pia kuongea Kiswahili bila shaka. So nikakula viazi karai nzuri sana pale Kibokone Old Town. So leo vile ni Ramadhan, nikakuwa na hamu ya viazi karai, ndio maana niko hapa kwa jikoni natengeneza. Na by the way, hapa ni jikoni yangu hapa. This is my kitchen, my outside kitchen. I'll be making some videos from here mara kwa mara, whenever I have time. So karibuni nyoteni. Hapa ni jikoni yangu hapa, ya Chef Shahid. I don't have a spoon right now. I'm just using the back of a knife to mix this chili paste. It has chili, salt, and lemon juice. And you can make some viazis with this too. Okay, so that's how it looks. I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of a potato, like that. So you make like a sandwich. And of course my potatoes are breaking, but that's okay, because we're gonna put the batter around it. It should stay together. Alright, the viazi is looking pretty good. Zinaonekana poa viazi vyangu. I will give them another few minutes here. I like my viazi to be done crispy kidogo. Usually when you make viazi you have tangawizi pole tamarind sauce, but leo sina tamarind, so I'll just eat with chili and ketchup. Okay guys, how do my viazis look? Don't they look delicious? Zinaonekana tamu sana. Okay, I think they're done. Zimeiva vizuri sana. So let me take my viazi out and I put the second batch in and then I'm done. And by the way, it's almost muadhin time, so nataka nifanya haraka zaidi. Muadhin, it's the time you open your fast in Ramadan. Mimi napenda kupika nje. It's just, I don't know, it's more raha, more fun to cook outside. I really love cooking outside instead of inside. So that's why I'm here outside. Okay, let's put the second batch and we're done. And the oil is cold, of course. I'll have to prepare it. I need to fan the fire to make it hot again. Okay, the last viazi. Okay guys, this last batch is almost done. I've turned them, the second batch. And here are the first ones. They're looking so yummy and delicious. I wish I had the ukwaju, lakini leo sina ukwaju. Another day I'll have Mungu akipenda, inshallah. One thing that I can tell you that I've learned in cooking is that you can never mess up. The time you think you messed up, you can always fix if you want to fix. But cooking is always going to be unique. It's always going to be something that is, unique, special. It doesn't have to be perfect. Every time it's going to be different. And every time that is different, it's going to be perfect that you make it. So don't always aim for perfection. Or aim to be different. Aim to, have something which is a unique outcome. That's something that I've always learned in cooking. Okay guys, my viazi are almost ready. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Today I won't be doing a taste testing right now because it's Ramadan and I cannot eat until another 20 minutes or so. But I'll show you what they taste like. I'll take a picture. Thanks for watching guys. Viazi Karai video. I'll be making more videos soon. Stay tuned. Hi, asanteni sana. These viazi are so good. They're delicious, soft, and they're moto.